can see how the eye floats within the inner and floats within the other inner of the eye. So I'll take and I'll mark this eye.
I am not a ghost. To all the children out there in the world, especially to the ones in the Philippines. You need to go out and clean your room for your mom. Help her out. She is a hard worker. She does very good editing. Listen, children, help mothers and fathers. I'm going to show you an image that is in my painting and the walking lady. So I'm going to put this down and get to work.
I gotta have a little fun. It only took me about 6 hours to do this. It may be a small video, it may be a long video. You all know how I go to cut off and do certain things. I do all kinds of things, and you know that I tried to show you the truth. This so happens to be, again, and thank you for all the subscribing kind words, the MiDion. The MiDion is a Leonardo da Vinci painting. It is absolutely magnificent. I'm going to show you how this image is in the walking lady. This YouTube that we are going through has taken us weeks to get into little details. So I'm going to give you and go through the lines. If you want to follow, I hope you really pay attention, because here it goes. I take this image, and you're going to find out when I overlay it in the particular areas, it's going to give you some wild shots. So it's everywhere. So I just have to get reminded. So when I take my man and I overlay it across the nose brim, you can see how the eye floats within the inner and floats within the other inner of the eye. So I'll take and I'll mark this eye. Sorry. I'm doing my best. Then I'll take and mark this eye. And give you, there's a shot there. Okay, I know it sounds big, but watch how this stuff goes together. Watch how this stuff goes together. You see how it goes? Okay. Now, if you take a look, there's this line that runs here. Right here and here and here. These are hundreds of little lines, it looks like. And that line right here whoops, sorry, runs many times in between here and here for sure. And then when I put it up again, you can see how this band is in here. So I'm going to hold it here, and then you can see the same band right there and right here. Okay, all right, that's two okay rare possibilities that it could be, right? Okay, you believe what you want to believe, but there's over 1,000 YouTubes approved. Now when you pull this down, you can see the shoulder and this band that goes here. So I put it up, you can see this line here. So I'm gonna draw this line in between, and in between, that gives him his leeway again, right? So when I put it back up, you're going to see that there's a banner line. So I'll hold it here, and you can see this line goes here, skips, goes here, whoops, here, and then there's a little dot here, and then you can see this curve that curves here, and then you can see like there's something going on in here and here, like lines are going to go through. But let's just go with what we see completely for you to understand. And you can see how this banner floats. So here's this curve. I pull it down, and here's this curve. So now we have a shoulder curving in the group. Now it may go up, because if you actually see, you can see how this curves here. You can also see that there's a curve that goes like this. It continues here. You can see one that continues here, and you can see one that continues like this. All I can say is he's just motioning this way. And if he's motioning this way, you get this drop. You get the drop from down here going down when he's curving, because Leonardo da Vinci makes his images move. They're not going to be still portraits. No way. So what? Just bear with me. You have to understand his work. So in the nose deal that comes across and the eye, you'll see how there's his arm, and his arm has these boats that curve here like this. These are boats. There are also a lot of other stuff, but this is what his boats are. And then when you put the boats up, and you get the line where it moves, you can see in this area right here, he's got these boats that float this way. He's got them float this way, and then he's got these turns that go like this, and it goes like this, because again he's moving. This one you can see barely, and he's got a bigger loop in this one. It goes up. So when you grab again, now his images move. So he's going to flex them, and that's why they show like that. So when you line them up, you can see how the boats fit in his movement. You understand? Okay, because you got to make them move. They're not going to sit still. It's ridiculous. So if you also look at his doily that runs through here, you'll see his doily that runs like here. I'll try to kind of generally, it's going to move anyway, right? So I'm going to go as fast as I can so I don't hold you up. So I mean these, whoops, so, okay, and don't forget he's got these string things that like tie, whoops, ooh, that's way off, sorry. Whoa, what's going on with his mouse? I think it's me. Okay, and then we got this thing that goes like this, and these are people hanging on this thing. And they're, you know, little, well, I forgot what they call them. They're like little tassels or something, right? I think I'm right. Probably. I've been wrong before, especially in the judgment of people. And it's real sad when it gets that way because people get hurt. And then we have this one here, and it zigzags. And I'm going to show you how this moves again in his works. Okay? And then it cuts across here, right? Meow. Meow. Okay. Now, out of that, when you overlay this and get it in the proper area, you can see these cut line, right? So I'm going to hold it here. You can see the line. Well, I'll hold it here. Then you can see that there's this thing that floats through here. There's something going on in between here and here, and it cuts across. Okay, you can see how he has something. Now we're going to go for the other doily to see if it's more buoyant. Very, very, very big, I know, on this particular part, but there's other images that aren't. So you know when you have these images, you can see how this cut line goes through here, right? Okay. So you can also see this doily here. So you put this down, and you can see this doily right here. It's right here. Okay. So you put this back. I was going to do the main thing, and it goes in here. Okay. And then you have another one here. Let's see, and you do. It's a different type of style because he makes it move. Now, when you go back up, don't forget all the other images in which I've been showing you. So now he has this zigzag that's supposed to float through here, right? So I'm just going to go like this. Whoops. And you can see the line that cuts through here with, whoops, the line that cuts through here with the doily. You can see a line that cuts through here with the doily. You can see a line that cuts through here, and another one, and another one. It continues with him. He's got this doily moving, right? So in this doily that he has, and it V's almost in a sense, okay? And it continues in a turn, kind of. Well, let's see. Okay, I don't know about the turn part. Okay, don't ask me why, but there is something, if you can see in mind, there's a straight line in here, like he's got some other kind of image going, and he does. He always has something going in the background. So whatever this is, it's probably future something. And you can see how the hair is floating within the hair. It's hiding. But here it comes the boom, 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 boom. So when you take this image and you look at my man's mustache that curves, I guess he plays with a mustache before because it's been in the Last Supper. Remember that one? Okay, so he's got the little eerie mustache, and when he puts it up there and he slides it over to here, see, he starts here, and you got the little movement right there, and you can see his mustache that flows in here, okay, and it's so cool. He's got it there, and then he floats it here, and he floats it here, and it gets wilder, okay, because that's just the way he is. And the reason why it gets wilder is because you're just going to continue on. We're just going on and on and on. So now we have these markings that, let's say you don't believe, okay? Let's say you don't believe. Okay, now watch this, okay? This This is I need to be at 94 and the other one at 44. And the 44 is the lady. So I'm going to change the lady into number 44. I wonder what's the lady's phone number. So here we're going to go. The lady... Okay, for instance, if you take the lady and you take a look at the images that are floating in here, there's a shoe in here. Again, a shoe. So to find the shoe is in many, many different ways. One of them is right here. One of them is here, turned in this area, like that. So this shoe is the shoe. That's nothing. We got the shoe everywhere. So if you want to hang out, I'm going to show you how the shoe fits, okay? And then we have this cross shoe. It's very hard to see the cross shoe. Doo, 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 doo. Okay, so then we get back into if the shoe, we take the lady. Let's see, I do believe I have to, or does the lady go easier? I think I'll keep my man and turn the lady. So I'll turn the lady and fit my man into the shoe area. That's where the shoe goes. Now I know that's real vague. So we're working here. That's where the shoe goes, and you can actually see my marking, how I went pointy, but there's a curve here. See, there's a curve right there. So if you take this again, because remember, Leonardo da Vinci uses these images. See, there's a curve here. Whoops, went too far out. So he makes these images that are floating more and more and more. He makes them turn into other obvious images. So then, you know that when you put it up, whoops, when you put it up, it's going to fit in the curve. But that's not just it. No, 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 no. Okay, what he does is he's got the shoe here. Look at this shoe. Is it big enough? It's right there in front of you. Well hidden again. Okay, so I'm going to boom, boom, and then it's the end of this when I show you the bigger shoe, because the shoe's everywhere. I might show you one more shoe, but I might not even draw it out, okay? Because here's the shoe. Whoops, help me out. It's going down. It's going down. I'm crooked. You can see it's crooked. Somewhere in this area it curves, and then it goes back up the shoe. Okay? So then I grab a hold of Leonardo da Vinci's shoe, and I turn around and make the shoe fit. Too big. But you'll see. Hang on. Okay. See how the shoe's going to fit inside the body? That's where the shoe goes. I know it's kind of big. It actually needs to be a little bit bigger. Everything in which I showed you is micros off. It takes hours and hours for setting. Here's part of the other shoe over here, but let's see if it shows up. Okay? And you can see his cut lines. That's the way Leo is, okay? Because he's got these cut lines that run like this. He's got these angles that you can see. You can see a heel here and run. That's the way, because he's going to move his works. If Leonardo da Vinci sat still, I'd be shocked. I think this man could not settle down. And in a good way. A very good way. So, I know I've showed you a lot of shoes today, and I know I showed you a lot of shoes in the past. And I'm going to show you a lot more than just shoes. And it's the proof. If you follow my YouTubes, you're going to find this. You're going to find this. There's a big secret in this, because in this secret is the X-ray, and it gets wilder. It's going to be in a different YouTube. But his heart builds within a little heart and gets bigger, and then it flows, and he uses the body, and it continues, and then the Mona keeps growing and growing, because the Mona's hidden in the sand too. And then he uses the codes that are written in my woman's dress. It is the codes in which need to be broken. I've broken a lot of them. But if you take a look and you get into these, each one of these little micro images from A, D, and C, and so he has them all broken. He has an EL, and it continues. His lace around the woman's. This is lace of codes. And then it gets wilder, because above this lace is a hidden faded, I've seen them, another code that runs with it, and another code that runs with it, top and bottom, continuing.
Thank you, and I love you. Have a great day.